Good morning. Or good morning. First off, palagpakan naman natin ang ating first leader. Ang sipag-sipag ng ating brother-in-law. So yung wife ni Aldrich at saka yung wife ko, magkapatid. Kaya talagang kapatid ko to, brother-in-law. Then to our participants, welcome. Both to our online and physical participants, welcome to our Brotherhood Christian Life program. For many of you, matagal na natin pinag-uusapan. For some of you, ngayon lang. But regardless, no, it's not an accident na nandito kayo. It's not an accident na nandito kayo. And while we're doing our Christian Life program, and we'll be doing this on a weekly basis, kung kaya nang pumunta ng SM South Residences, join us present in person. Kung hindi, may online option tayo. But as we're doing this, know that we have our prayer warriors. No? Kaya ko sinara dito ng konti. Andito yung prayer warriors natin who are praying for us, praying for all the participants as we go through the Christian Life program. And as we do this, may mga papel na binibigay sa inyo for your prayer petitions. No? Kung may thanksgiving kayo o may supplications kayo, pakisulat lang doon so that our intercessory team, no, our prayer warriors, will be able to pray with you and for you. So ang gawin lang is just accomplish the papers and then hand it to any member. Hand it to any member and then ibibigay natin sa ating intercessory team. Si Brian, si Christian, si Dave, can you guys hear me? Can you give a thumbs up kay July kung nadidinig ako? Nadidinig ako nila Brian? Okay, very good. Dito naman tingin ko nadidinig ako. So, sa Christian Life program, maraming modules, no? Maraming modules. And today, we start with what we call the module 1. At yung module 1 na yan talks about the basic faith, no? The basic tenets of our faith. And therefore, yung talk number 1 natin centers on the one who called you to be here today. Centers on the one who called you to be here today. Hindi si architect, kung hindi si Lord, no? It's the Lord. And therefore, talk number 1 is titled, Who is Jesus Christ? When we think about this particular talk, yeah, let's move to the next slide. We ask ourselves, is Jesus really worth paying attention to? Hindi ba ano lang siya? Parang magaling lang siya. No? Para lang siyang Dalai Lama. O para lang siyang si Buddha. No? O kung sino man yung mga magagaling na mga tao na dumaan sa mundong ito. No? Hindi ba ganun lang siya? Was he more than just a great religious man or moral teacher? No? And how different is Jesus? Now, how different is Jesus from all of these people? So this talk, we will talk about who was Jesus Christ, the historical Jesus, and talk about who is Jesus Christ, and why is it important that we know who he is. Next slide. Who was Jesus Christ? Can we move to the Jesus Christ was a son of a carpenter. No? Son of a carpenter. Zenen, ano to? Talagang I test ito. No? So, hindi mababasa yung PowerPoint. But 2,000 years ago, no? More than 2,000 years ago, there was a young carpenter who quit his job in Nazareth and for 3 years, no, traveled around his native land preaching. No? Nag-retire siya sa pagiging karpintero and for 3 taon, no, he traveled, he walked. He never went more than 100 miles from where he was born. Bethlehem. Always on foot and sometimes on donkey. Lakad lang ng lakad. Maliit lang yung lugar na inanuhan niya, pinuntahan niya. Now, within 100 miles of Bethlehem. He never went to a city whose population was greater than 50,000. Hindi ko alam kung anong population ng Las Piñas, no? But definitely more than 50,000. No? He never went to a city na sobrang daming tao. Within 3 years, he was dead. No? Within 3 years, he was dead. Killed in a relatively small city, Jerusalem, for inciting rebellion. And his name was Jesus. His name was Jesus. There are some popular misconceptions about who Jesus is. Next month, pupunta kami ni Jonah sa London. No? Merong show doon, Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus Christ Superstar. Musical. Magaling, maganda. And pinapakita si Jesus as the most sensitive human ever. No? May identity crisis. No? Tao ba ako? Diyos ba ako? Identity crisis. Another misconception of Jesus is para siyang si Choma season. Choma season. Rebelde. Rebelde. Some people look at him as a great religious leader, or founder of a religion. Or some of them, great moral teacher. Some misconceptions. Some of these may be partly true, never completely true. Pero ito yung mga popular misconceptions about Jesus Christ. Next slide. Si Jesus mismo, Brother Noel, we need you again. Calling Brother Noel Bernabé. Brother Noel Bernabé, we need you here. So Jesus was contradicting these popular notions. Popular notions. Wala siyang identity crisis. He knew that he was God. He knew who he was. He knew who he was. He was not a revolutionary, but the Lord of history coming to judge all. And unlike great religious leaders, he is God. So Muhammad, hindi niya claim na God siya. Neither did Buddha. No? Meron nag-claim na God si Apollo Kibuloy. Appointed son of God. Pero yung mga great religious leaders like Buddha, they never claimed it. But Jesus knew who he is and who he was. Would you like to move to the next slide? So ano ba yung sinabi ni Jesus about himself? And lucky for us, nakadocument karamihan ng mga sinabi niya tungkol sa sarili niya. Number 1, he claimed to possess all authority in heaven and on earth. All authority in heaven and on earth. Think about that contradiction. Carpenter, historical Jesus, carpenter, and someone who claimed to possess all authority in heaven and on earth. He forgave sin. And back in the days, yung mga sakit are treated as manifestation of sin. So, kung tinanggalan niya ng leprosy, yung isang leper, it's a manifestation of forgiveness of sin. He gave life. Patay, binuhay. He gave life. In Matthew and in Mark, he says he is here to judge the earth. He possesses all authority and he's our judge. And he claims straightforwardly to be God. I am. No? I am. In short, yung acknowledgement ni Doubting Thomas, nung nahawakan niya yung sugat sa kamay at saka sa tagiliran, my Lord and my God, becomes an acknowledgement of what Jesus said of himself. Said of himself. So walang identity crisis. Alam niya kung sino siya. He is our God. He is our Lord. Next slide. So in conclusion, there is a lot to know about who Jesus is. There's a lot to know about who Jesus is. And we are all called to listen to his life and his words. At itong Christian Life program, by listening to your speakers, halos lahat ng speakers yung nasa likod for the next several weeks. By listening to your speakers, and more importantly, listening to each other. Because part of the Christian Life program is for you to also share your thoughts with each other. And for our online participants, Christian, si Brian, si Dave, meron ding breakout session mamaya, para meron din kayong sharing online. Tapos yung nandito in person, na may mga discussion leaders tayo. So listen to each other and see how you can glean Jesus by listening to each other. Pangalawa, God confirmed Jesus' claim of who he is. God confirmed Jesus' claim of who he is. And yung pinakamagandang manifestation of this is the resurrection. Jesus rising from the dead. Now, Jesus rising from the dead is the greatest manifestation of God's confirmation of who Jesus said he was. And then finally, Jesus demands a response from us. Jesus demands a response from us. Knowing Jesus is not enough. Dito sa Pilipinas, meron tayong laging sinasabi, na turingang nagsisimba, marites naman. Diba? So knowing Jesus is not enough. Knowing Jesus is a call for us to respond with our own commitment to personal conversion. With our own commitment to personal conversion. And yung Christian Life program, halimbawa si Matt nakapag-attend na ng Christian Life program in the past. It is a call to reflect upon our lives. Reflect upon our lives and think about how does our knowledge of Jesus could change who we are for the better. When my wife and I, when we joined yung BCLP, when we attended breakfast for 2 to 3 years. Tatlong taon kami nagbre-breakfast. Kasi tuwing nag-Christian Life program, lagi ako may biyahe. Normally, August yung Christian Life program dati sa Las Piñas. August, patapos yung taon yan sa Accenture. I was with Accenture at that time. So, lagi ako may business travel, nasa States, nasa kung saan. So for 3 years, hindi ako naka-attend ng Christian Life program. And breakfast lang kami lagi ni Mrs. And 2011, 2012, tuloy-tuloy lang ako nagbre-breakfast. But those years were terrible for us. We lost what would have been our second baby through ectopic pregnancy. Tapos ang nangyari pa nun, perfect timing lang talaga. Dumating ako galing States, masakit na yung tiyan ni Joanna, yung wife ko. Tapos ayaw niya magpa-hospital, so inantay niya ako. So pagdating ko, nag-breakfast lang kami, diretso kami sa Perpetual. Diretso opera siya kasi pumutok na pala yung fallopian tube. Kung na-delay lang yung flight ko ng mga 12 hours, wala na akong asawang dadatnan. So we lost our second baby that year. Bigat. Danny, our only child at that time, pabalik-balik sa hospital because laging may sakit sa tiyan. And hindi namin nalalaman yung cause. Usually 6, 7, 8 days sa hospital, tapos okay na ulit, uuwi na kami. After a few weeks, hospital ulit. Kung ano-ano ng test yung ginagawa, walang nangyayari. Yung home massage business namin sa Santa Rosa, sa New Valley, failed. No? Nag-set up kami doon, hindi umayos. Hindi umayos. Yung tatlo kong sasakyan figured in a total of 8 accidents in 1 year. 8 aksidente, yung kawawa yung insurance. 8 accidents in 1 year, involving me, pamangkin ko. And one of those accidents even led to death threats against me. To a point na, yung biyahe ko, hindi na ako nag-ano ng regular na schedule. Paiba-iba na yung schedule ko, paiba-iba na yung dinadaanan ko. Baka matayin yan eh. Pepersilapit tayo. And then, sa work naman, not only did I not get the promotion I was looking for, I was also made to work for a boss na talagang satanas eh. Talagang ang sama. Ang bigat. Na boss, talagang. So sabi ko, ano pa naman to, Lord? Okay lang kung pa isa-isa eh. Pinagsabay. Luckily for us, nung nagkaroon ng Christian Life Program 42, wala akong biyahe. Kaya naka-attend ako. Naka-attend kaming mag-asawa. And then we attended the Christian Life Program. In fact, unlike yung format natin na starting next week, 2 talks a day, 2 talks a session, noon sa amin, isang talk lang talaga. So sobrang tagal yung Christian Life Program. But we were able to complete yung program. And then after a few months, meron retreat for members na nag-attend kami. And it was during that retreat that I had peace of mind. I realized na all these things, nawalan ng anak, nagka-aksidente, nagka-death threats, hindi na-promote, all of these things was God's way of purifying us, for something better, a life in the community. And I can tell you how happy it is to be with the BCBP. Ikaw, Paul, nakikita mo kung gaano kaloko yung mga buhay namin dito sa BCBP. Masaya lang, walang stress, Nagdadasal para sa isa't isa, nagtutulungan para sa isa't isa, where we could support each other's businesses, we do that. But ang pinaka-importante is, you have a community that prays with you and for you. Prays with you and for you. At sobrang maganda yung ganyan. Now, eventually God healed all of our problems, God healed all of our problems and even gave us more. So, nawala yung baby namin, binigyan pa naman kami ng 2 pang baby, yung kukulit. Si Juliana is now 8 years old. Tapos may baby pang sobrang cute, si Jillian, who just turned 4 years old. So, sa bahay, International Women's Day. Andun yung nanay ko, asawa ko, 3 daughters ko. So, I've learned how to say yes para masaya ang buhay. You just say yes to my girls, masaya na ng mundo. Tapos si Danny naman, with the help of a sister in the community sa BCLP, na-refer kami sa isang pediatrician sa Makati Med. Tapos, yun yung nakahanap ng cause ng sakit, H. pylori, bacterial infection. Ito yung nagko-cause ng stomach cancer pag hindi na gagamot. So, na-diagnose, so nagamot. And ngayon, hanggang ngayon, wala na, hindi na bumabalik yung, yung pain. Yung home massage business namin, tuloy-tuloy na. Kasi 13 years na kami dito sa Las Piñas, able to give employment sa mga therapies, sa mga drivers. Tapos, nagiging busy si Mrs. so hindi na kailangan tumutok sa akin. So, importante yun. So, okay lang, tuloy-tuloy lang yun. Kaya, Alan, ang gawin mo, siguraduhin mong busy si Dea. And then, yung mga sasakyan, okay lang naman. Meron pang mga parties program sa opisina, so na-upgrade pa yung mga sasakyan. Ayos-ayos lang. Tapos, sa opisina naman, ang aking terribling boss ay was eventually fired. No? Was eventually fired. Tinanggal na lang. Pumasok sa opisina, tapos tinawag ng boss niya, pinaalis na that day. And I was able to move from role to role na maganda, no? Role to role sa maganda. And then eventually, after 16 years, sa Accenture, yun nga, lumipat ako ng EY. And BCBP was also instrumental in that move. Elmer just reminded me kanina na during the time na nakukuha ako ng job offer from EY, pinagdadasal ko, no? Pinagdadasal ko kung tatanggapin ko ba ito o hindi. Kasi okay naman ako sa Accenture eh. 16 years na nga eh. Ang saya naman, maayos lahat, makilala ko lahat, mababait naman sila sa akin. Yung pay, ayos naman. So, when I got this job offer from EY, I was, okay, should I do it? Should I get it? Should I not? And inutusan ako ni Elmer na mag-share sa Quezon City. Sa Quezon City. So, nag-share ako sa breakfast sa Quezon City. And nakwento ko as part of my sharing yung dilemma ko, no? yung discernment that I was going through. Tapos, ang ilan ba ako nun na in-invite mong pinutusan? Pang-siyam, no? Pang-walo. So, Elmer asked 7 people to share in Quezon City. Lahat hindi available. Nung inutusan ako, hindi naman ako makahindi kay Elmer. Agad ako. So, punta ako doon, nag-share ako ng breakfast. Pinento ko nga yung discernment ko na ganito. And then after breakfast, somebody approached me. Pinakamusta. And that somebody was actually a partner in SGV, yung EY na local member firm. And I took it as a sign na what are the chances na after 8 invites or 7 invites, pupunta ako ng Quezon City, and it just so happened na may partner ng EY na nasa breakfast, no? Kasama natin na nandun. Tapos pinagkwento sa akin na okay naman sa EY, magandang culture, magandang lahat. Magandang lahat. And so I eventually moved to EY, and that's been very happy, no? Very happy. I'll be turning 4 years sa EY next month. And mabait naman sa Lord. Okay naman sa kumpanyang yan. And then yung BCBP will also be there, no, in the various milestones of your life, no, the various milestones of your life. So, alala ko nung lumipat ako ng bahay nung pandemic, buryong na ako dun sa dati. Sabi ko, mawawalan na ako ng peace of mind, no? Kailangan ko ng lockdown eh. Kailangan ko ng ibang environment. Yung agent was BCBP member. Yung binilhan ko ng bahay was a BCBP member. Yung bangko na nag-process, yung head nila ng IP, BCBP member. Yung tumulong sa akin kung ilipat yung DLDT collection ko from the old house to the new house, BCBP member. At yung tumulong sa akin magkaroon ng globe na collection, BCBP member. Sabi ko, alam, puro BCBP itong no? Umikot na lang ng BCBP lahat. Pinakamaganda pa doon, architect ko doon, BCBP member. So walang stress. Sobrang ayos lahat. No? Sobrang masaya. But in my mind, I'm getting all these blessings because I said yes as a response to God's call. Not everything will be perfect. No, not everything. In fact, kahit nasa community ka, ang dami pa rin problema. Ang pagkakaiba lang is when you establish that strong relationship with Jesus, when you establish that strong relationship with Jesus, ang daling mag-let go and let God. Ang dali. And when you surrender, you allow Jesus to work in your life, ang gaan ng lahat. Ang gaan lahat. Ang gaan lahat. Yung mga marital problems na aayos, yung mga mag-aasawa pa lang, maayos yung foundation. Sobrang maayos yung foundation nyo. Tapos, lahat ng ano, no? Dahil nga, ang daming nagdadasal for you. So, I want to end. Now, I want to end with a note of gratitude. I want to end with a note of gratitude. Because when my own sponsor, si Ari Saison, member dito, first chapter head namin dito, invited me to join yung breakfast. I had no idea of how much impact it will have on my life and the life of my family. And now, as I reflect upon the journey, starting with the breakfast and starting the Christian Life program, it has been a hell of a journey, no? in a very good way, in a very good sense. It all started with knowing who Jesus is and establishing that relationship with Him. So sa ating participants, si Christian, Brian, si Dave, Jao, Pao, April Joy, si Sam, yung 30 couple, no? Zenen, ano natin, no? I-take advantage natin. No? Yung invitation that was given to you, get to know more about our Lord. Kasi ang problema sa ating mga Katoliko, binibinyagan tayo ng bata. No, wala naman tayong kaalam-alam, binuhusan na tayo ng tubig. No? So hindi, di ba? Pero yung Christian Life program allows us to know more about our faith. And as we know more about our faith, no, the more beautiful it becomes. The more we appreciate, ang sarap pala maging Katoliko. Ang sarap pala. No? And yung renewal movements like this really allows us to get that depth, no, of the faith na importante sa bawat isa sa atin. So to all of you, thank you for saying yes to the invitation, whether you did so willingly or unwillingly. But again, it's no accident. It's not an accident that you are here present today. It's not an accident. You all could be somewhere else. You really could be somewhere else. And yet you are here. Claim you are here. Sabi ni July, San Pablo, San Pedro nga. Ang layo naman ng San Pablo. No? So maraming salamat. I want to end with a note of gratitude. Thank you for saying yes to the invitation. And we really are looking forward now to having you as we go through this journey together. Christian Life Program is a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey to be had. And we're all blessed na meron ganito. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Please let's all stand up for our response song.
You were here before the world began. Oh,